Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill and welcome to Suncoast FYI. Today we hear from a local art and gift boutique in historic downtown village of Sarasota, and we work towards ending hunger with bowls of hope. Plus we hear from an organization enriching the lives of those living with Parkinson's disease. The Artful Giraffe is a creative gift shop and gallery offering classic and historic downtown village of Sarasota. And here to tell us all about it is owner Noelle Real. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Noelle.
Thank you very much, Nancy.
And you are the proud owner of the Artful Giraffe here in downtown, the historic downtown Sarasota, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So let's start with telling our viewers that don't know about you, who you are and what you do.
Well, the Artful Giraffe was created in 2011. It's been in the village for 6.5 years. I changed the business model last September. We now represent over 300 local artists.
That's amazing.
And besides having a fun art gallery full of handmade items by local artists, we also have a full pottery studio. And that's not limited to pottery. That's where we hold all kinds of classes and have it reserved for private groups and private events.
Now, when you said you changed the business model, what was it before you took it over, Noelle?
There were 64 artists from around the country, so it was basically regional and across the United States. And there were 11 local artists.
Oh my gosh. And we have so many talented artists
Very,
here.
very
and
talented.
You're just tapping in on 300. It's a small percentage, right?
Yes.
So how do you work with them?
I ask that they make an appointment. Where they come in via our website, and they come in walking in, and they come by telephone. Once we set up an appointment, we accept most artists that would be something happy, that makes you feel good. And that type of whimsical art or something that's very pretty, whether it be something for graduations or birth announcements, new homes, that can range from textiles to wall art and jewelry. We always have jewelry.
Obviously, with 300 artists, you have something for everybody in there. So, busiest time of the year. Is there a busiest time of the year? I know you said you've been doing a lot more that we'll talk about in a minute here, but what is your busiest time of the year, do you feel?
Our busiest time of the year is definitely January. We have a lot of local people that support us year-round, which we are grateful for, but we also have international personnel that travel locally in January. And then the other side of that is June. In June, we have tons of children come in for day camps in the pottery studio, and we fill the pottery studio almost every day of the week.
So you have children's classes. Now,
Yes.
do you specifically just have them in the summer, or
Nope.
they can be anytime,
Absolutely
weekends?
can walk in and make arrangements. They can walk in and paint pottery anytime, but we also have about 7 other classes, such as painting rocks of kindness and shells with Sarasota Rocks, our partner, and they can come in and do that in addition to the pottery. There's lots of classes.
Okay, and I mean, it would be a perfect thing for a birthday.
This is true. Our best birthday party to date.
Okay.
A young lady and her father conspired against the mother and told her she was just going to paint pottery, very low key.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, about 20 of her friends showed up.
I love it.
Mariachi band.
Oh my gosh.
It
So
was
whatever you
fun.
want.
Whatever you want. And you
be
can bring in, your own food and your own drinks, and obviously we have a clean restroom and we provide spring water to everybody.
Lovely, lovely. Now, team building, you also talked about that. You have different organizations sign up.
Yes.
How does that happen?
I like to meet with everyone on an individual basis and kind of steer the team building towards what they want to accomplish, because different types of art can bring people closer together. For example, they can do a big painting and each person would paint their own part of the big painting. Or they could do something like what's known as cigar art, where you place labels and everybody says, can I have that label? They kind of work together in different little groups.
Okay. Now, back to your 300 artists. I know you have a piece on from one of them. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, the artist's name is Yanira Ramirez, and her company name is Yoya. She is from Lakeland, but she is one of the best artists I've ever seen. She's cutting edge and dynamic. So very pretty jewelry. Thank you. Aluminum, lightweight, very easy to clean.
And there was something else you were telling me about, a different potter that does mixed media or wall art.
Oh, that's Monica Friedrich.
There you go.
And she is wonderful. She is she's like a live mermaid. She's very vivacious, and her clay mermaid and beaded necklaces are beautiful.
Oh,
she also does wall art that's silly and fun, for example, of a frog, and it says, "Kiss me, you fool." So you embellish it from there. So she's really neat. We have such wonderful artists.
Now, how do you, with 300 artists, how do you keep track of everybody?
It's really nice. The word software. It's basically we have a mall software as if it was an antique mall with over 500 vendors. So each artist is assigned a number, and that's how we generate our commission reports monthly.
Excellent, excellent. Yes. And now you can't do all of this by yourself.
Nope. I have a lovely team.
Yes.
I have a gallery manager, Jules Farnsworth, and her daughter, Skylar Farnsworth. And we have 12 local instructors, and they are top of the line. I do take all of my classes to make sure that everybody's happy.
So your teachers, somebody can also apply to be one of your teachers if they have a special niche?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes artists come in and we end up choosing them not only to be an artist in the gallery, to be instructing as well.
Okay.
Other times they come to make art and they end up being instructors.
I love it.
Even from just something they just created.
I love it. So one final thing before we close today, because there's a lot to talk about with you, but you have a lot of classes coming up this month.
Yes, we offer 30 classes this month.
Okay, and people can go and find you where online?
ArtfulGiraffe.com.
And they can also find you. Your location is?
1861 Fruitville Road, Sarasota, Florida.
And it's all in those cute little,
little historic cottages built by John Ringling in 1924.
Awesome.
We are also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Cool. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Just ahead on Suncoast FYI, one of the Suncoast's largest events, Fighting Hunger. From local artists to the finest restaurant, Bowls of Hope bring the community together towards the mission of ending hunger. And here with more how you can get involved is Community Engagement Manager Elena Hammond. Well, good morning and thank you for being here. This is a wonderful project that All Faiths Food Bank does every year. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Can you tell us about what Bowls of Hope is?
Yeah, so Bowls of Hope is All Faiths Food Bank's signature fundraising event. It's held Sunday, November 10th. At Ed Smith Stadium. We have...
Do you take over the whole stadium?
Not the whole stadium. It's mostly under the concourse area where they sell concessions is where we have our restaurants that participate. And then we use their outfield, like the concession area that's out there. We use that for our sponsor seating. So it's not the whole stadium.
Okay. But how many different food vendors are there?
So we currently have about 40 restaurants that participate, and they do anything from soups to anything you can fit into an 8-ounce bowl. So we started having restaurants do rice dishes and pastas, and just to kind of to switch it up.
So people can go around. Let's backtrack a little bit for people who have never experienced this wonderful. Yeah. So they go in and they purchase a handmade bowl.
So with the ticket purchase, we have tons of potters and wood turners actually that donate ceramic and wooden bowls. There's about 1,500 of them that are donated, and with the ticket purchase, you get to pick out one to take home with you. And then with the restaurants, you get to choose 3 different restaurants that you want to fill your bowls with. Yeah.
Okay, and what is the cost of this?
So it's $30 for a general admission ticket. We do sell VIP tickets in advance, and they're limited seating. So those are still available if people want to purchase them.
Okay, and they can call and go on your website and purchase them directly.
Yeah, you can go directly on our website, allfaithsfoodbank.org.
All right, now the purpose of the event, obviously it is to raise money and awareness
Absolutely.
for what you do. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so our mission is to provide healthy solutions to end hunger in our community. We serve over 88,000 people in Sarasota and DeSoto County, and throughout the year we give out over 10 million pounds of food, and you'd be surprised at how many people really need our help in this community, and thankfully we're here to be able to do that.
Now, when you say you give it out, how does that take place? How does that actually physically manifest?
Yeah, a lot of people aren't familiar with the process, so we actually don't give out any food at the food bank. We work with over 200 partners in Sarasota and DeSoto County, and that includes different churches and organizations like other nonprofits. We work with them to reach all the people in our community. So we are able to give our partners, those 200 partners, we're able to give them food and they're able to give it out. Okay. So we're kind of like a distribution.
The local distribution. Well, you have to. You have to have because that's a lot of food.
It is.
Now, other ways during the course of the year that people can get involved, because if someone can't come to this wonderful event, how else can they help you?
So this time of year, Thanksgiving's coming up. Sure. It's a big time for people to do food drives and to donate their time, their money. We have a campaign, it's called Thankful Tummies, and anyone's able to, you can go right on our website to find out more about it. You can donate online. If anybody wants to come see our facility and take a tour, they can come and see exactly what we do and how we do it. And volunteering, this time of year we always need help.
And what would your volunteers be doing?
So we have a lot of opportunities for volunteers. We have volunteers that come directly to our warehouse and sort out any food that was donated through different organizations that do food drives. And we need volunteers to sort through it and check the food for expiration dates and stuff. So we have a lot of groups that come in and do that. And then we have mobile pantries that go out to different areas, and we're always looking for people to help us give out the food and not just sort it out.
What a rewarding thing to do too. Okay, so the event is again on November
10th. Sunday, November 10th.
Okay.
And it's from 11 to 2 p.m.
Okay, great. At Smith Stadium.
At Smith Stadium.
All right. Well, great. Thank you so much for being here, and have a great event.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next on Suncoast FYI, we hear about an incredible resource for those living with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson Place is a one-of-a-kind program enriching the lives of Parkinson's patients through free classes, activities, and educational experiences. Here with more on their upcoming events are CEO Alex Redman and Program and Member Director Susan Bellesi. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Alex, always nice to see you.
You as well, Nancy.
And Susan, this is the first time you've been on the show, and you have a wonderful story that we're going to hear about in a minute or two. But Alex, you're going to start and tell us what Parkinson's Place is and why it's so special.
Parkinson Place, Nancy, is an absolutely amazing place. It is a community. Think of something cross between the Y and Cheers. Basically, people can come there 5 days a week for programming, more than 60 classes every week, and it's all free for members.
Now, when you say classes, what types of classes?
Oh, my goodness, we have an array of classes. We have everything from fun fitness, yoga, meditation. We have workshops and support groups for the care partners, but we also have support groups for the members, peer groups, where if you don't have Parkinson's disease, you can't go in the room because the men's group want to talk about men things and the women want to talk about the things for the girls.
So it's a safe place for everyone.
It is.
It's a joyful place because people come in the morning and they have a bistro they get to eat, which is always sponsored by somebody different, and they get to hang out together and talk, and then they go into the programming. Susan has led them through an art program, and we have music taught by an opera singer and 2 musicians that come in. They switch musical instruments. Everybody gets an opportunity to use a different instrument and move a different way. Maybe you're hitting the drum behind your head.
Yeah.
And then the singers, they get to sing. We're doing performances, and we have special events too out of there. It's unbelievable.
Yes, you do. You have a lot of special events. Now, Susan, you came down here specifically.
We did.
for
So we're
Parkinson's
from New
Place.
York, but what happens is in New York, there's no one central place like we have here with Parkinson Place. And I would be taking him 2 different classes, but they'd be all around New York. And also there was co-pays. So by the time we were done, it was a small mortgage every month. And he was only going once or twice a week, and he just wasn't seeing the benefits.
And you heard about
So I went
Parkinson's Place
online.
here.
I went
Yep.
online and I Googled, and I don't know why, free things for Parkinson's, and up came Parkinson Place. So I called them up, and they explained the wonderful programs they had. Then I called my daughter and I said, we're going on a plane trip. Me and her came down, got off the plane, went there, and saw Kathy's Fun Fitness class. I called up my husband and I said, let's start packing because we're moving. And we came down 3 years ago, and he is doing so much better. He's just happy. He'll even tell you how happy he is. He's just physically better. He enjoys being with everyone, and his body, you know, you could just tell he's doing things. I work now full time at Parkinson Place, where I wasn't able to work, full time because of his illness, because he's that much stronger from being there. So it's just so different for even us as a family. So.
And when you say you see the difference in him physically, so, I mean, we know how debilitating Parkinson's disease is.
Yes.
What kind of changes have you noticed in him?
So
Susan?
he's just so much stronger. His muscles are stronger from taking all the classes. He stands up straighter. You know, he walks with the stride, and just being, I think, happier, and just having so many friends there, and being able to be himself. That now I come home and dinner is ready, and he's gone fishing.
Oh my goodness.
So just it helps with apathy, because apathy is a component of Parkinson's. So it just gives them something to think about, something to do, and be with people like themselves.
Yeah, well, that's it. And we all love feeling better about ourselves, exercising, and having the opportunity for people in their situations, and they're at all different stages, correct?
Exactly.
Yes, and to accommodate those different stages too, we have classes. We have 2 boxing classes. We have one that's for people that have less ability to get through it. Maybe they're boxing in the chair, and maybe they're sitting in their wheelchair and doing it. And then we have another one for people that are better able to do that level. And there's nothing to say that someone that is not able to stand might not be able to get up and do that the next week, because
Exactly.
it's constantly evolving.
Right. And you know, you see a change with the people that come in, because some people will come in through the door and they're newly diagnosed and they're lost. They don't know where to begin, what to do, and then just guiding them through and saying, life is going to be good. You're going to be happy, and you're in the best place for this. And then they start to come, and you see their demeanor change. They're happy. They know that they can fight this struggle because they're not alone. And I think that makes a difference. And then the people that have progressed and have been struggling for years, it gives them the purpose. They're stronger. They're happier. So you see through the stages of the disease and what they do for one another. You could see they're helping each other with chairs. They're helping each other walk. You know, it's just
And the camaraderie.
the
just talking
camaraderie.
about it.
Yeah, they talk about meds. They talk about, you know, what's going on. I'm feeling this way today. Did you ever feel this way? You know, and that also can. That's why the peer group is going to be excellent too, because they're going to be able to even exchange more ideas. So.
Sure.
I think one thing that's really important for people to know is that we have expert speakers that come in constantly, and these people come in, they talk about new medications, they talk about deep brain stimulation, they talk about these things that are cutting edge, so they can get this. But everything at Parkinson Place, absolutely everything for the members is free. And when we have the speakers, we also take care of them, we feed them. So this is an amazing, amazing place. And our new medical director who's coming in is Dr. Ricardo Gonzalez, and he is the only fellowship trained movement disorder specialist for this in our area. So we are just thrilled because this means a lot for our members.
Now, before we close, let's tell our viewers about your upcoming events so that anyone that would like to find out more can actually be there. And
Absolutely. On the 21st, we have a sip and shop, and that's going to be at Jim McLaughlin on Main Street, just close to Eileen Fisher. Then we also have December 21st at Sarasota Contemporary Dance, but the big one is March of 2020, March 15th, and you're going to be there, Nancy, at the Polo Club. We have the pavilion on the club side, but everybody gets to come over from both sides and participate in that. It's going to be amazing. It's our big fundraiser.
excellent. Well, we'll have you back before that. Now, for more information, people can find you where?
ParkinsonPlace.org, or they can call us at
Right. At 941-893-4188, and my extension is 106.
Okay, and people can always come in and take a
Always
tour. There's
come
no
in.
obligation.
Yes,
Come in and get
they
an
don't
idea
have
of
to
what
call
it's like.
ahead of time. They can just come in with
Okay.
8:30 to 4:30.
Great.
We're right there.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
all your hard work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
After the break, we hear about some exciting Suncoast events happening this weekend. Coming up this weekend, it's the Sarasota Boat Expo. Explore new boats, fishing gear, and more all weekend at Robarts Arena. Tickets are $5 and free for kids 12 and under. Plus, the Sarasota Medieval Fair at the Sarasota County Fairgrounds. Enjoy jousting, rides, games, turkey legs, and hearty ales. There's also over 100 shops with food, snacks, and artisan goods. The fair takes place from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you, and this is a complimentary service. Please call our producer, Andrea Chu, at 941-361-4651. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.